Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is King Boars, and this is the 6 monthly update on our journey to become a game developer from zero to hero, or to as close to a hero as we can get, I suppose. Let's jump in. It's been 6 months. That sounds like a bedtime story. It's been 6 months since we started this game dev journey, and today I'm going to run through what we've been working on, some of the highs, some of the lows, some of the middle bits, some of the lessons. First, let's talk about our big wins. Let's talk about our triumphs. Let's give ourselves a bit of a pat on the back. Over the past 6 months, we've completed 2 game jams. We've not placed very highly, but we've completed them. We've done them. We've done numerous tutorials and courses. We've sent 7,500 Discord messages helping other game devs, and we've just generally improved from knowing nothing to a little more than nothing. Unreal is huge. It's massive. I don't think you'll ever know everything in it. So I'm happy with what we know so far. So as an example, what we've learned, check out this inventory. We did this inventory as a basis for an RPG that we're still forming, but it's been an absolute game changer. It's such a good inventory system. It's taught me so much. Then here we have enemy combat and AI that we've been working on. Very, very different, reacts to the environment, reacts to the player, lots of attacks, very fast paced. Now, of course, game development isn't all smooth sailings. We've had our challenges. I am not an artist. I struggle completely with art, so that always feels like a challenge. But they are so important. So I'm going to show you a before and after of the game jam from its block concept to a demo map, even just with an asset pack, of how different it looks and feels, and how ridiculous that is. So yeah, as you can see, this map improves the look of the game, just makes it actually feel like a game rather than a concept, which is cool. So it's nice to see. And here's some lessons that we've learned over the past 6 months. So hopefully you won't fall into the same pitfalls that I did. Firstly, number one, numero uno. It's lonely, man. There's no one's to talk to or hold your hand. And so the way I got around this is I joined as many discords as possible. I've probably got too many discords. You've got to try and surround yourself with people that are working on the same thing as you. I managed to create a small team of new people, a sort of game development accountability group, and that's been invaluable. We have weekly meetings, but more like to update what we're sort of working on and what our plans for the week are. But just more importantly than that, it's just people that are going through the same shit as you. And honestly, like that's huge. Just like I'm having a bad day, I'm struggling with this, and they're like, "Yep, same. It's crap, but you'll get through it." That's huge. That's massive. Number two, the dream game, the one that you really want to make. A lot of people will say, "Don't start on your dream game." I'm going to tell you the opposite. That's the one that you should focus on. It should be smaller and it should be in stages. But if you want to make an RPG, then great. Like, go for that. Start following an RPG tutorial. It will get you some of the way there. And then just refine it. So take the combat, make a wave simulator, make a small combat game where you can play the combat repeatedly over and over. That's a smaller game, but it feeds into that large RPG that you really want to make. Make it like take the movement mechanics that you want in your RPG and make them into a little platformer so that you can refine that movement. All of it is moving towards that end goal that you really want, and it will really help you to keep motivated in the end. Like in the early days, man, motivation, that is so important. It's so it's so important. You need to see that quick and easy progression, because if not, you'll stumble and you'll fall, because it is hard. The whole thing is hard. Uh, and if you don't have that resilience, you'll really struggle. But also, if you follow these tutorials, you'll get a library of code that you can reuse later. So lesson number three, assets. They are your friend. They are good, but only after a certain time. You should try and understand the concept of it first. So inventory systems, I hate them. They're horrible. There's so many widgets to them. But if I brought one, I'd never be able to customize it. I'd never be able to add anything to it. Whereas now, I can buy one, a good one that I see, and I can customize it. I can look into it, and I have an understanding of it that allows me to do that. So understand the concept before you dive into buying anything. You don't want to waste your money. If I'd have brought one without my tiny brain understanding it, I'd have really wasted that money, and I could have used that to buy takeaway. Number 4, do game jams. Like, do them after you've done some work and got a little bit of code on the backlog. Try and do a game jam. They are such a good resource for learning. It's unbelievable. It's unreal. Haha. You'll learn so much, but like most importantly, you'll learn the stuff that you don't know you didn't know. So I'm gonna have to make another video on game jams, because game jams are such a huge topic. But for us, for instance, I didn't know how to make a main menu. I didn't know how to make a save system, but I had to learn it for the game jam, or at least I could take a note of it later and say, oh yeah, I didn't think I needed this, but actually I really do. They're just an invaluable resource, and you should use them. And then number 5, you should just start. Like, the best time to start was years ago. The second best time is now. Like, you need to get the reps in. Like, exercise your mind and muscle memory doing this. It's not learning the code, because you're never going to know it all. It's navigating the engine, understanding the shortcuts, all of that, and you're only going to learn that from muscle memory. So get the reps in, start building. And that's it for our 6-month journey. Now, I'd love your input. I'd love to know, have you ever wanted to start game dev? Are you in the middle of game dev now? Like, what are your successes? What have you been up to? I hope you've enjoyed this peek into our game dev journey. I hope that you'll like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. It's a really encouraging factor. But until next time, happy gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.